Hello, everybody. Welcome to Anime-Zing Radio here on YouTube and Twitch. Tonight we are playing some more Stardew Valley, a game that we had started a while ago that was just wanted it to be solely on-stream stuff. Completely have forgotten what we've been doing because it's been a while since I've been able to play. It's going to rain all day tomorrow, on Wednesday, the 10th of spring. Fortune teller says luck will not be on our side. Let's head out here. We've got crops to water. Oh, we got some carrots. With luck, maybe we can find some more carrots or something to fill those spots. Let's throw that in there. Oh, we had some mixed seeds. We can throw that in there. Is there anything else? I don't see anything else, but let's come over this way, get the rest of this. Get some of this stuff taken care of. We got our cat up here. We gotta make sure the cat's happy. And off we go. See what we can find for forageables. There's this. Gonna spend a lot of time with the fishing early on like I normally do. Because early game fishing is where you make the most money, and then you can get better upgrades, better supplies. Nobody around, so I can do the quick little checks. Nobody there. We'll move that down. Gotta check out the beach. Is there anything forageable on the beach? Yes, there's a few things. Here. Anything up here? I got started a couple minutes late because I was having food. Found these jalapeno cheddar sausages at Sam's Club, and they're just really good. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Thursday. I got lucky with a quick trip this week, or this last run, so I'm happy about that. We'll see what tomorrow brings. With luck, I should be around Sunday for a stream. But we shall see what happens. Fingers are crossed we have another quick turnaround like I had this last trip. I heard a noise in Discord, and it made me preemptively click. Hello, John. How are you tonight? Hopefully you're having a wonderful Thursday, closing in on the weekend. Hey, good evening, Ross. How are you tonight? Hello to everybody who's tuning in. If you're just lurking, thank you so much for lurking, checking us out. Tonight we're just having a cozy, relaxing gaming stream of Stardew Valley. I can understand being sleepy. Hopefully things are going okay for you. Not too crazy. Just sit here. I don't even think I have to hit the button at all. Yeah, that was an easy fish to catch, thankfully. That was our last piece of bait, so we gotta fish up some more bait. I don't want to have to buy it. I just kind of want to get it for free. I will buy it if I have to, but we're here to make money, not spend it. Because we'll need the money for when we get the chicken coops and the barns. I honestly don't know if it rained really hard. I was in Hagerstown yesterday during the day, sleeping. Yesterday was a quick turnaround. Out 10:30 at night, Monday night, or not Tuesday night. Out 10:30 at night. Got into Hagerstown. Got to the hotel about 10:30 in the morning, maybe closer to 11. Slept until about 6:30. 6:30, 7 o'clock, and then was back on the train. So we were out on our 10 hours rest. And pretty much the whole time I was at the hotel, I was just sleeping. And then we didn't have any rain on the trip out, and we didn't have any rain on the trip back. But the temperature was beautiful. It was like this morning when we got back to our home terminal, it was like 58 degrees. So nice, light jacket, just absolutely gorgeous. Sun coming up. I was not upset. Oh, we have sea jelly. Good. Herring, sardine, anchovy, flounder, eel. Herring, anchovy, sardine, flounder. So we already have all of that stuff. So all that stuff we could actually legitimately sell down here. We're going to eat that for some food. Because we need the energy. The energy went down quick, so we're going to get some more energy. I hope things calm down soon for you, Ross. I know what hectic weeks can be like. I know that it can take a lot out of you. We got some deluxe bait. Let's see if we get some good stuff from this. I got to check on something here real quick. Fishing. I could have caught it without moving it, but I want. hoping to get more bait, which we did. So that's awesome. Throw that on there. So we got 8 pieces of bait in here. We can throw that up there. Some of that stuff that we don't really need, we throw in there. Like I said, early game fishing is really, really beneficial. I'm not going to say it's important, but it gives you something to focus on that you can make some good money pretty quickly. Also get you good food. And with those treasure chests, you could get anything. That's where I got a lot of my ores thus far, was from that. The mines aren't open for the first few days that you play, so you can't go mining for the ores. So the fishing on day 2 really becomes your best friend. Keeping an eye on the time up here, because as that gets closer, Willie's only in the shed until 5. And I'm just trying to catch seagulls, apparently. They don't even care that I'm over here fishing at them. I'm throwing the lure at them, the bait, probably hitting them off the head. They don't care. I'm going to actually move over this way. That way we can fish a little bit longer and go in and chat with Willie. I move and I get soggy newspaper. Of course. That's just funny. Ross says it's all gonna be worth it for me after next Friday. Gonna try and see Spider-Man exactly 45 minutes after I get off work, and I've been ordering the manga volumes I've been wanting to get for months. That's awesome. I just got manga in. I got volumes 7 and 8 of By the Grace of the Gods, and the first volume of Witch Hat Atelier. This may be our last cast since it's already 4 o'clock. And the fish now are taking forever. There we go. So let's go in, say hi to Willie, and we can sell that. Greenhorn, 15K. I'm going to push that over because that's some food. After that, all the fishing we do is going to go into the bin, back up top there. The seagulls have left. That's okay, though. For those of you who enjoy the world of VTubers, a couple of our VTuber friends that we enjoy watching and who have been guests on the show in the past, Mink the Satyr is streaming live right now on her channel. VT Sweets is also streaming right now. Enjoy a lot of her content. Of course, also check out Akio Kume when you can, Sylvanas, Cepheus. I mean, the list continues to grow of the people that I watch. When I can, I should say. getting volume 17 and 18 of Age of Scarlet Order, Dance in the Vampire Bund. 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 omnibus volumes of Hokkaido Gals, newest omnibus volume of Sign of Affection, and the final volume of Ross has got to continue on. My Girlfriend's Child Volume 10, which came out in April, and 3rd and 4 omnibus volume of A Heron Song. Oh, you're getting a bunch of stuff. That's awesome. Enjoy all the manga you're getting. Like I said, we just got 3 volumes in. I need to start getting more for Apothecary. I don't know if any more free run's going to drop for a while. But we've got like 4 or 5 series, 4 or 5 different manga collections that we've started. And from the chest, more bait. Boop. Good for 5 more casts. Hopefully we don't screw it up. We got food for the first one. That jelly. Fish. I was watching the Trash Taste podcast the other day going into work, and they were talking about things from the past. How well do they hold up in today's world of entertainment? And they were talking about video games, movies, anime. And one of the prompts that came up, or one of the things that they picked out, was Kill la Kill, which that's an interesting one to think, would that hold up today? And I'm curious for you all in the chat, what shows from the past do you think would hold up today if they were to come out now? Because there are shows like Trigun, still a great anime. You know, Pokemon has never lost its touch. It's 25 plus years strong. Sailor Moon still has a huge following. But would a show, and we've all talked in extent about like Ghost Stories, how there's no way that would fly now if it came out today. We can go back as far as you want to, Ross. I mean, think about in like the terms of movies. You know, something like Top Gun. If that was brand new, would Top Gun have the following it does today? You know, Independence Day or Men in Black, or those shows be as good and hit as hard if they came out today as they were when they came out. And Independence Day was an interesting one for me personally, because I saw the movie in the movie theater in New York City on July 4th. So the first city that got decimated by the aliens, we're sitting in the theater and everybody like jumped. It was hysterical. We are getting low on energy. I don't think I'm going to eat anymore. We are going to just try to get everything we can out of this. The good thing is, too, it's supposed to rain tomorrow in game. I don't have to water, so I can spend the whole time fishing. Probably got about 3 more casts. All depends on how fast, because I'm going to leave about 10:40, 11 p.m. ish. This might be our last cast with how long it's taken. Maybe we'll get one. We'll do one more. Top Gun 3 is in the works. Do we need more Top Gun? Sometimes, and it happens everywhere. You have an entity and it does really, really well. So then they get the idea of, let's feed off of the success of this entity and see how many more we can create to keep the hype going. In some cases, it works. In many cases, it doesn't. I'm looking at you, Police Academy, where the first few were good. They were entertaining. But as it continued on, it got progressively worse. It's now 11 p.m. Let's get the heck out of here. Head back to our house so that we can sell off everything. I accidentally tapped off the game. Sorry about that. So we just go. Okay, good. We're back. We can sell that. We're gonna hold on to the rest of that stuff. Actually, you know what? Let's make some make some gold bars. There we go. Level 8 fishing. We went up a level. Nice. That's what we were hoping for. Increase the level on that. So what is new in the world of all of you awesome people? Anything good? Anything new? I know Ross has got good stuff going on. How about you, John? I see a few other people who are just lurking. Feel free to chat if you want. There is no obligation. We are Anime-Zing Radio, typically a podcast that airs Sunday nights. We did have a couple week break because of basically life. It's going to be a sunny day tomorrow. All spirits are unhappy. We got to make a scarecrow at some point, too. Let us do that. Ooh, now we got some food there. We got to put that in there. That. Oh, we got some golds. Thank you. Ooh, more stuff. Oh, she lost her axe. Okay, we know right where that's going to be. So just for safety's sake, let's get everything we need to make it south. As we come through here. You can see here, we have a few quests that we haven't done really anything with. This is a easy one. Here's the X. Let's check and see, is there any more of these spring onions down here? No. And we will take this opportunity we're going to make another chest. Just in case we don't have one to put up top. There we go. Apparently, Johnny Depp is doing a Scrooge origin movie called Ebenezer. This Thanksgiving. Do we really need this? I mean, the story has been told so many times. You can say, let's be honest, you can say that about a lot of things, media-wise, that has come out. Certain movies. Do we really need more superhero movies? Do we really need more isekai? Typically, the answer is no, but we still get them. There we go. Got that. That's easy 250 gold. Now we'll come over here. I don't remember if I had a chest down over here or not for fishing, which it looks like we do not. So we're going to throw that over there. And then we're going to throw this stuff in here for now. That down, that down, that down, that over. That's just food. And let's fish. Oh, that's cool. John Knight saying, watched interviews with the dub cast of Witch Hat Atelier. How was that? Did you learn some cool things? Ross is saying he's sick of A Christmas Carol because they do that movie all the time. Every Christmas season, you get the same batch of stuff that has been coming out for decades. And it's not that they're bad movies. It's just, the same ones every year. Charlie Brown Christmas. Of course, Charlie Brown, they made that for just about every holiday. I know they had Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. Wouldn't surprise me if they had like a 4th of July one. I don't think there is one, but it wouldn't surprise me if there was, and I just have never seen it. We got a ton of stuff out of that. That was a wasted cast, but that's okay. Oh, we got a quick spot down here. a little bit shy, so we gotta go a little bit farther out. That area there, with that's a spot where it seems like there's always a lot of fish, and it's yeah, always feels like I do better fishing when I can find those. There we go. That's better. Right to the center of it. Oh, it has gone by the wayside. In regards to my question earlier, Ross says, I don't think Godnir, Marbarajo, Divergence Eve, or UFO Ultramaiden Valkyrie, or My Bride is a Mermaid would work in today's world. I don't think Rosario Vampire would work either. As much as I enjoy that one, I don't think that would work. High School DxD is a hit or miss. Baka and Test, he also Ross also says he also doesn't think that would be going. And it looks like our friend Wisp is getting ready to stream, so be sure to check her out. What did she say she's going to be streaming? Another horror game. John Knight says, good. In regards to the interview for the dubcast of Witch Hat Atelier, said, good. Joshua Waters, voice of Quivry, read Witch Hat Atelier manga, and Madeline Morris, voice of Agat, hasn't read Witch Hat manga because she doesn't want to get spoiled. Understandable. I have to laugh because I cleared some of the cookies on my computer, and so every time I go to some of these sites for the first time since clearing it, I have to be like, oh, well, this is an age-restricted server. Okay, I can still go there. And that's just certain Discord servers that are considered 18 plus content because of the creators. What do we get out here? I already have one of those. I'm gonna have to eat something here soon because I'm getting low on health or energy. I only have to worry about the health when I'm in the mines dealing with monsters. So let's eat these onions because the fish is what we're going to be using to sell. So I don't have to worry about saving the fish or eating the fish. We just want to catch the fish to sell. We want to save one of each type in the chest here. And the reason being is when we start really focusing on the community center, we want to make sure that we have like everything we need fish wise. I should probably eat one of those because that gets you extra. That helps you out actually. That one doesn't raise your fishing level, but so it's not as good as the sea jelly, but the river jelly isn't that bad. Watched the 4th episode of Chain Smoking Cat today. I feel like the whole reason for this show is to see how many boundaries they can push and how many people they can alienate. I don't see any other reason for the ridiculousness that is Chainsmoker Cat other than how many people can we piss off? And you know what? For how often we have talked about, we need something new, too many cookie cutter shows, regardless of the genre, whether it's isekai or shonen or dramas, fantasy. This is just a very original trash anime, and I'm kind of down for it. And I know a lot of people just can't stomach this show, and for good reason, because there's a lot about it that is not the greatest. Let's see, we had largemouth bath, chub, carp, chub, bullhead. So 4 different types of fish. And another geode. We got probably about 4 hours game time before we head back. I'll probably need to eat a river jelly. Get that little extra oomph. Max energy plus 30. Live action TV shows and cartoons of the past that would not fit into today's world. Anything Warner Brothers. Tom and Jerry, Bugs Bunny. People would have, not only would people have issues with them, they have had issues with them. You think of I think of the cartoons I grew up with. We'll say Bugs Bunny to start off with. All of those cartoons originally were made for adults. Ren and Stimpy definitely would not work. They tried to bring Beavis and Butthead back, and that wasn't as good. I think they were trying too hard to be like the original, and sometimes when you try too hard, it doesn't have the same effect as what the original was. If you switch it around a little bit, you can talk about things like Hello, Konako. It's great to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful Thursday. Hopefully, you got some good rest. I know that you've had a lot going on, and sending you a lot of love and thoughts and well wishes. We're having fun. Just for those who don't know, if you're on the YouTube side of things, we are streaming also on Twitch, and I have a community chat where I can see everything from Twitch and YouTube. So if you see me talking to somebody but don't see their messages, that is why. But it's great to see you, Konako. Woke up around 3. It was not great rest, sadly. I am sorry to hear that. And I know that's 3 p.m. Pacific time because you're on the West Coast, way up our neighbors to the north, somewhere in Antarctica. No, it's not that far. But you're alive and well. That's the important thing. I got probably about 4 hours of sleep this afternoon, basically, having worked all night. So my typical. That's good. So hopefully you're able to watch that. Yeah, that sometimes sometimes it's difficult when you have a family member that passes for everybody to be able to make it. I know when my dad passed away, a lot of my extended family weren't able to make it for various reasons. Ross is saying for other things that from our past that probably wouldn't work in today's society. Happy Days, I Dream of Jeannie, Gilligan's Island. I'm not sure. I mean, Happy Days just had that was its own entity for way back in the day, and it's crazy. Yes, that is definitely a good thing, um, and I'm happy that you were able to do that too, Konako. I really, truly am happy that you were able to do that. I know there are many times, uh, you know, in my case, when my father passed away, it was a sudden thing. I was not able to say goodbye. I just got the call out of nowhere, which was a complete and total shock. So I'm very, very happy, and I don't want to put your stuff out there um, without permission because it is personal life, and I know what's going on, but I have nothing but the utmost respect for you. It's okay. Okay, so our friend Konako has had some friends and family who have passed away recently, including her aunt passed away earlier this week. She had a close friend that passed away a few weeks ago. And so she has been dealing with a lot of stuff in her personal life. So we have been trying to do our best to show our support, love, and care for everything going on while also respecting everything. And yeah, she found out all of that stuff in the same day. I forgot about that, which that is so much to take in. And that's why I've been talking elsewhere with her. And Ross says condolences, Konako. Hope you're doing okay. but as a lot of you know, I do respect their friends' privacies, and a lot of times there's stuff going on that they like to keep privacy. I can understand that, but like I said, anytime you need to talk or message or just vent, shoot me a message on the Discord, and I will be more than happy to listen and try to be a good rock for you. Everybody, every now and then, you need to have that support. Know that there are people there that do care. And I know you have an awesome community surrounded by a great group of friends. I've seen it in the Discord. Now, and I consider myself to be lucky too. I have the habit of being very self-deprecating at times, and but I know that I'm very lucky to have the friend group and the people in there. I am glad Cypro was able to do that for you. She said Cypro made her laugh so hard today her sides hurt. I mean, did he just have to show up and you just looked at him, or okay? I will after stream. I will check your clips. I know I was not able to tune in much when you were streaming last night because of work, but I did try to sneak in when I could. Which I tend to do all the time. I'm still not getting coffee beans. A blueberry seed early, that's fine. So we'll get a couple of things. I'm glad that you're happy when I'm able to stop by. Like I said, my work schedule makes it difficult, which is why I've missed multiple shows and things of that nature. Um, Ultimately, it's probably going to lead to a hiatus for me where I'm going to be taking a small break. I'm going to try to make the podcast this week, but I might be taking a small break from the show just for the simple fact of the Hagerstown runs take a lot out of me. Um, the sleep schedule is very off, and anybody who sees me online at times knows that it's very crazy when you work overnight. Working overnight sucks. I've done it so many times in my life, not just for the railroad. I drove tow truck on call for many years, which that was on call 24/7, so I could end up getting called at any time. Worked overnight in a food distribution warehouse. So it's definitely not for the faint of heart. Oh, does Gears drive tow truck? Yeah, I did it for 4 years for a local police department, which meant that I was on call. Yeah, one day a week, I was on call 24/7. Yeah, I thank you all for the support and everything that you have shown through the years. I just know that recently I have not been able to put forth my best efforts to keep the show good. He used to. Okay. I also, at some point, need to try to get a doctor's appointment. I have not had a physical in over 20 years. Maybe, I don't want to say 30 years. I'm sure I've had one since I was 18. But outside of the stuff for work, I have not had a regular checkup in ages because I don't like doctors and I avoid them at all costs. I know. I don't be stubborn. I know. That's why I'm trying to put the effort in. I also have to figure out, A, I need to get the doctor's appointment. Then I need to make sure I have the day off for the doctor's appointment. You'll puck me, huh? Hey, if it's one way to get you out here to the States and hang out, I can see you in Infinity now coming all the way to Pennsylvania to be like, get your ass to the doctor. For those who don't know, Infinity is Konako's husband. Sideswipe the side of your head. Don't threaten me with abuse. It sounds like a good time. Wait, what? Yeah, these streams are a little bit more unhinged than the typical Sunday night shows. But for those of you who, if you have not checked out Konako, I don't know, Koniko's, this is mild compared to hers. I'm a lot worse when I'm in some of their streams. Problem with me is I've spent 12 years of doing Anime-Zing radio trying to keep it, age appropriate for all ages. Never knowing which audience. We're not an 18 plus show. And but outside, so when I'm streaming, a lot of times my mind goes into show mode, and I've been told I have two modes. I have the mode of me where I'm just a normal goofy guy, foul mouth, just can be very sarcastic, witty, snarky. And then I have show mode me where it's like very, try to be proper. We've had a lot of high profile guests on the show, and I don't want to ruffle any feathers. I know that we've had issues with people in the past, which have no reason to bring up trouble when you don't need to. I've had times where people that were supposed to be guests have badmouthed me, badmouthed the show, and it's whatever. It doesn't bother me. In all honesty, it really doesn't bother me. It is what it is. Because let's be honest, everybody's, you can't make everybody happy all the time. I do feel comfortable with you guys going to go, and I enjoy being in there, and I enjoy being able to be goofy and sometimes a little raunchy or off the wall, and that you guys laugh it off. No, it's not malicious. Know that it's just all in good fun. At some point, I still want to get a group Stardew going. Doug's the merc with the mouth. Holy crap, Doug is Deadpool. Your TTS, yeah. Confirmed I'm Deadpool. What the hell? Y'all better hope that I don't set up to where I can play Tamagotchi Life on stream, because the shit I'm doing in Tamagotchi Life, I haven't played it in a while, I'll be honest. Because of work, I haven't been able to play, but the stuff that goes on in there, and I still have to add, I know I still have to add Konako to it. I had to add Cepheus to it. All of the VTubers that I have added in the game have given me permission to add them, knowing that this is a game where anything can happen. And usually does. Oh, you'll send me in. Awesome. Yeah, I need more male characters on there. I have a lot of female characters. So having more male characters to add to the game would be wonderful. John Knight says 100 more days until Halloween. Don't remind me. My wife does on the daily because probably next week, depending on what my schedule looks like, I am going to be probably hitting up storage so we can get Halloween stuff out of storage so my wife can decorate. We didn't decorate last year for Halloween, which kind of drove her nuts, but she was so focused on her competition that was in October that her energy went all into that instead of the spooky stuff. But let's be honest, I'm not opposed to the spooky because I was a paranormal investigator for many years. I kind of miss ghost hunting. I had fun doing that. That's fair. You have to do that right if you want to be healthy while bodybuilding. Ironically, bodybuilding is extremely unhealthy beyond popular belief. Because to get in the shape that you want to get into, you have to hit certain numbers. And a lot of times hitting those numbers means like calorie counts are dropping, which can play a toll on the mind, the body. I mean, hats off to her. She does a phenomenal job at getting herself in shape. Yeah, you were telling me about that. Konako says her family knows Wade Lightheart, a 3-time Canadian vegan bodybuilding champion. He told them a lot. He's retired now. That's a lot there, Ross. I'll read that in just a minute after I'm done fishing. Let's catch this, and then I'll read some more comments in the chat. To address Doug's talk, if people can't be comfortable when yourself while relaxing, then can't that just mean in general they don't like honesty and feel more comfortable in lies? Possibly. I think in this day and age, that's a good possibility, but I also feel like there's a lot of people who, because of societal norms and things that, because I'm this or that, I'm expected to act a certain way. So you kind of force yourself to conform to what society wants. There, in case losing who you are in a way. And then it's difficult to be yourself because you don't know who you are anymore because you've tried so hard to be accepted by the masses, if that makes sense. Konako says a lot of confirmation bias that goes on, which creates parasocial beliefs. Exactly. It's one of those cases of, you think, and a lot of it starts in school. Let's be honest. You elementary school, you're all kids. You all kind of play together as you go through the grades. First, second, third, fourth, and so on. You start finding your group of friends, the people you're comfortable being around. And then as you get into middle school, that's when the niches start. You have this clique over here. You have that group over there. High school, it gets even worse. And then that mindset transforms into young adults getting out to the working world. And so it all starts early on. I was very quiet growing up. I was a shy kid. I did not have many friends. I was not very outgoing. I know it probably sounds weird now, having done this show for 12 years, having done internet radio and podcasting for almost 20 between paranormal and AZR. Um, this stuff was so outside my comfort zone, it was ridiculous. Yeah, when you start chameleon, being a chameleon and just trying to make every change to make everybody happy, it's easy to lose yourself and lose sight of who you are and what you want to do, and then you get into the mind frame of worrying: am I being annoying? Are people not going to like me because I'm around too much? Am I being too clingy to a certain group of friends or streamers or content creators or fandoms? I have found that as I've gotten older, I have stopped worrying as much about that. Um, I also have, because of life and moving and stuff, I've moved away from, a group of friends that I used to hang out with all the time. And in the area I'm at now, the only people I really know are, my mom, sister, my brother-in-law, and his family. And I don't have any friends close by that I hang out with. Switch Hacks isn't too far, and we've hung out, once or twice, but I have more of a friend group online than I do in person. I'm gonna leave that there. Let's bring the diamond. Of course, gonna go do what you gotta do. Give me just a moment. Excuse me. And it looks like Akio Kumi is going to be streaming soon. She has been delayed. I've got carrot seeds now, which is good because I've had those plots that I needed to fill. I have a little bit of energy that I can do that with as well. I got to clean all that crap up here too. Oh, I had diamonds up there already? Nice. Oh, the river jelly I was supposed to leave back up there. That's okay. Now we can sell all this off. Now, we have a little bit of energy left, a little bit of time. Let's come up here and clean this shit up. I get that. Welcome back, Konako. It's great to have you back. Are you going to be streaming tonight, Konako? That's always the ultimate question. Do we get another ultimate Konako stream? And I know I say this a lot, but every time I see your name, all I can think of is Konako from DxD, partially because she's one of my favorite characters. A diamond puzzle tonight. Cool. Oh, that's right. The Egg Day Festival thing today. I did not get any gold parsnips. Now I'm going to throw one parsnip in there. Because I don't remember where I'm at with that. The cauliflower I need to hold on to. Oh, shoot. Yeah, okay. Now I'm just going to throw all the cauliflower in there for now. Let's water this now because I believe I can get strawberries at this festival. And then that's where the big money is going to come in. And I'm going to buy as many strawberries as I can. And then I'm going to make this plot as big as I freaking can. Let's get that. What was this? Oh, that was all. Okay, that was all the stuff I needed for. I forgot that I had set that over there. Which means I can throw the cauliflower over there. Oh, community centers. Yeah, so I need all of that. Exotic foraging. Construction bundle. Foraging. Summer, winter, fall. Did I have all of that stuff already? One. Oh, I do have all of that, so I can unlock that section. So let's clean this up here. Oh, my cat Ines is just sleeping on the couch behind me in his usual spot. No camera recently. It's been acting up. At some point, I got to look through and figure all that stuff out. I just haven't had the desire to. I know it sounds horrible. I've just been lazy. That's all it comes down to. I've been lazy. You know, we as adults, we all work really, really hard in life, and sometimes it's nice to just say, "Screw it, I'm gonna be lazy." And I think we all deserve to be lazy. Let's look up here real quick. Oh, get that. I don't really care so much about doing the egg hunt, even though I know where the eggs are and stuff. The shop is the main draw here. The strawberry seeds. We are just going to load up. I am going to have so many strawberry seeds. This is going to take so long to water. Oh my God, I'm in trouble. 100. What the hell did I just do? I mean, I could go around and talk to everybody, but it's like, I don't care. It's horrible, but okay, I got what I wanted. Yep, It ended. Yeah, we just kind of do this. Eventually, we'll make sprinklers so we don't have to water everything. I don't want to make the generic sprinkler because, if I'm being honest, it's not that good because you can only water 4 spots at a time. Strawberry seeds are a very good moneymaker in this game too, early on. That's why you buy so many of them. And I'm going to kind of offset them a little bit. I will finish putting the rest of them down tomorrow. And the problem is going to be we're going to be spending so much time watering. Oh, wait, did I check to see what? Clear and sunny. Okay. Foraging. +1 axe proficiency. Cookout kit. Moss soup. No fishing today, but we did get some money from the farming. The good thing about the strawberries as well is you can see it takes 8 days to mature, but they will keep producing strawberries after. That's the important thing. Oh. Demetrius is here. Spell your technical details. Get to a point, empty cave you have over in the cliffs. Way to turn it into something useful for both of us. I'd like to set up the cave to attract some local species. That way you can observe them in a more controlled environment, and you can harvest whatever products they produce. I can either set up the cave to attract mushrooms or fruit bats. The bats will sometimes leave fruit for you to collect. We are going to go for the bats because we can get mushroom trees, which will give us mushrooms. Also, as we go diving in the caves, we'll get mushrooms. We're going to do the bats because that's going to save us money on fruit trees. So that is why we're going to do that. Doug's Stardew Valley theme song right now. Strawberry wine, 17, hot July moon saw everything. I am going to show my age I had a song that came through my head when you were talking about bottle of wine that I almost started singing. And bottle of wine, fruit of the vine, when you gonna let me get sober? Leave me alone, let me go home. Let me go home and start over. That's an older song, so some of you may know that. Some of you may have never heard that before. Yes, sometimes I sing. I'm not as good singing as other people. Konako's got a good voice. She did a karaoke stream on her channel not that long ago. Now she's bashful. Don't be bashful. there's a reason that they call me Aki's promo whore. I like to promote people. I like to see people succeed. In a day and age where it feels like so many people are competing for, you know, everything, time, money, fans, loyalty, I just want to help people, grow and become better, because there's not enough people out there that do that. So I want to spend the rest of this day just planting all this crap, or do I want to actually be productive? Because I'm going to get a decent yield out of this, and I could save those for the following year. What do you guys think? Should I sit here and make 70 more plots for strawberry seeds? Also, what do I have? I just have a basic sprinkler, which is a copper bar and an iron bar. I don't want to make that because that only waters 4 spots. I want to at least get the next grade up. And I want to do this without cheating. So I'm going to leave it to you guys in the chat. Do we make 70 more plots for strawberry seeds and spend our whole day just doing that, eating food so that we can plant and water? Or do we go and do more fishing to build our money back up? Do the strawberries. Okay. A giggle. Did I giggle, or could you hear my daughter upstairs? Because she can be loud. I'm not going to lie. 8-year-olds can be really fucking loud. I mean, granted, this is a lot of work now, but it's going to pay off in the long run. And I do need the farming level so I can get the better sprinkler. So let's chop all this stuff down. Ah, she heard kiddo. I don't know if that's something on my end, if it's something on YouTube's end there, StreamYard, because we stream via StreamYard. And granted, I do have multiple tabs open. Including multiple stream VTubers that we follow. But that's not unusual for me. So now we gotta get all this out. Da 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 da. All right, so I need to come up here and eat. You know what? I have this river jelly, so let's just eat this crap and okay. However you want to do it, Konoko, that's perfectly fine. I love the fact that you come and hang out. Konoko is just an awesome person. Having had the opportunity to chat with her over the past few months and stuff, like I said, I really consider myself lucky to get to know so many amazing people, because everybody's got like their own talents, their own things that they're good at. And a lot of times we get so caught up in our own heads and our own worries that it's tough to see how good other people are, like what skill sets they bring, even if it seems like it's a small thing, it can be very important. And as somebody who, you know, through most of their life has had issues, talking to people and being outgoing, I am very much an introvert, beyond popular belief with, doing a show like this and streaming. Sometimes streaming kind of has become a therapy for me. And I know a lot of people who can, say the same thing where they stream because it helps either relax them or, you know, some cases there's health reasons, like a Iron Mouse, she became a VTuber for health so she could connect with the outside world because her health was not the greatest. I am already out of energy again. Good God. Let's see. You know what? We're gonna get that. We'll get that. You know what? Some of this stuff we could probably move over because that should be there. I'll throw these gems over here. Nope. Eat the leek. Now I'm curious, Konoko, because I know that you follow a lot of streamers as well. Is there times that you'll have like 3, 4, 5 streams open and trying to pay attention to everything that's going on? Okay, so we have watered everything. That is all our... That's going to take forever to water, but that's okay. We got this. I have confidence enough. Maybe. But planting all of that... Mochi, Sai, Aether, Embers, Divine, Arcadia, Neko, etc. Yeah. Right now I'm streaming. I had started watching a video on YouTube, which is paused because I watched it while I was eating food, and then when I got done eating, I came to stream. But I have Wisp Mystic open in a tab. I have VT Sweets, Make the Seder. One of the reasons I asked if Konoko was going to be streaming is because I wanted to be ready to put her up there. When I'm home, I will stream as many people as I can. On the road, I am limited to watching one person at a time because of the phone, which that gets interesting because I'll watch one person and then I will break away. I'll watch for a few minutes until I know that they get credit for the view, and then it's like, okay, well, I have 5 people on that I want to support, so I have to pick and choose. Well, if you do feel like streaming tonight, I will be happy to tune in, or depending on what you're doing, would always be happy to come in and chat just to, BS for a while. I am planning on getting Pal World tomorrow when I get paid. I probably won't be able to play it until next week, but that is on my list of games to get. I have it in my cart. So I do have it in the cart. I am planning on playing it. My wife actually brought it up earlier today. saying that she had seen people playing it. Momo Clover, another VTuber that she introduced me to. Ross is playing. He's playing his Digimon Time Stranger game. Yes, I said Momo Clover. is that another streamer that you know, VTuber you know? My wife doesn't know much about the VTubing world outside of what I've told her, but that was one that came across her shorts and TikTok feeds. I think she's hysterical. I do follow her on Twitch when I can. Yeah. Konako says, yes, I haven't talked to her or anything, but been following her for a while. I haven't like talked with her either. I just pop in the streams and enjoy some of the games and stuff. That's how I'll be honest, because of you guys out there, the VTubers, the YouTube streamers, Twitch streamers, that's how I find some of these games. It's because of I'll be honest, there's a YouTuber out there, his channel is Dangerously Funny, or goes by DF. It's because of him I found Stardew Valley. And because of him, I found a few other games that I play. Super Auto Pets. So that's another good thing about like the content creators out there. It's a good way if you have certain things you enjoy. Like I enjoy playing games. I enjoy the streaming aspect and getting to see other people play games, and you discover new things. And it's a good way of being like, okay, like Pal World. I could watch Konako later tonight if she goes live, play Pal World, and be like, okay, does this really feel like something I need to play? And if so, I'll then it's like, okay, I know I want to. I'll go and get it. Tamagotchi Life was another one. It was like I watched a few people play it, and I was like, I need to get this. And I'm sure Konako can say the same thing, that there are certain games that she started playing because of either other streamers or people in her chat being like, "Oh, you should try this. You stream this. You should play this. I think you would enjoy it." And now that's where the community is so important with it for streamers, whether big or small. Having a good community, having people around you that can support you, and really. That's an important thing. And it's Sunday, and I did not go down. Queen of sauce, coleslaw. So I missed going down to I didn't have any money to spend anyway, so. Goblin cleaned up because of Mochi. I'm trying to remember. I'm sure I've seen her play that, but I don't remember what that one's about. Beautiful sunny day tomorrow. Spirits feel neutral today. Living off the land.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
Can I refill my water bottle for upstairs?
Yep.
Okay, thanks.
So, Salmonberry. You are a goblin maid that cleans up the dungeons.
Now let me grab
Interesting. Now, this is where it's going to be crazy. I'm going to spend half the day watering everything, and then half the day running around the island collecting salmonberry, because that helps with the foraging. I also feel like I need to upgrade my watering can. You can play it by yourself or with friends. A chub frenzy has begun in the mountains. That sounds wrong. I'm not gonna lie. And I did not realize exactly how many of these damn strawberry plants I planted. Holy crap.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah,
Can you help me find?
all right. Sorry about that. I was helping daughter out for a minute. Wife had done dishes and she couldn't find the straw for her cup. I almost feel like with this amount of strawberries, I should upgrade my watering can first. But at the same time, that's kind of a dangerous thing because I would have to go a few days without being able to water. So I'm gonna have to wait until after I have. Um, that used all my energy. I will be right back. I gotta step away for just another minute. All right, sorry about that. Yeah, we'll eat the carrots. You done messed up. What did I mess up? Where is Imes? He's down here. Oh, the strawberries. Hello, Zeno. How are you tonight? I hope you're having a wonderful Thursday. Welcome to Anime-Zing Radio. We're typically a live 2-hour podcast that airs Sunday nights, where over our history we've included multiple guests from a variety of anime and pop culture genres, everything from voice actors, cosplayers, VTubers, conventions, gamers, musicians, and more. It's great to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Tonight we're just having some fun playing some Stardew Valley. Just kind of having a nice relaxing stream. I have a very hectic work schedule, and I've actually been liking being home for more than like 15 hours. Last week was one of those rough work weeks where I think I spent more time, because those who don't know, I work for a railroad and I do a lot of long haul trips. And last week I think I spent more time in a hotel than I did at home for the week, which it takes a lot out of you sometimes. It's a great paying job, and thanks to the railroad, I've been able to do a lot more stuff than I thought I ever would. So I can't complain about it. It does make doing certain things that I enjoy doing difficult. Ooh, piece of bread. Not quite a piece of candy, but a piece of bread. Ew, it smells. Why is it locked? I want to explore the sewers. I got a cheat for how you can stay home from work, Doug. If you heard in the news lately, try the lettuce. You'll be in the bathroom for a while. Jazz says, I think Gunther has a key. Professor Gunther, the man who runs a museum? Why do you think he has it? I saw a big rusty old key fall out of his pocket one time. A creepier sewer door like this has just got to be a match for a big rusty old key. They take off running. There's something moving around in there. The hell? Let's go take a look. Holy shit. Alright, so now we gotta continue getting salmon berries. This first time around, we're only getting one. Dark humor. It would be dark except I have the light on. We did get a new lamp. I know it's kind of an odd thing. We got a new lamp recently because the old lamp that I had in the living room, and it was the only source of light we had in the living room outside of like my computer monitor or a TV if it's on, finally died. And so we ended up buying we went to Lowe's and bought a lamp, and it's like $150 stand-up lamp, but I really like it because it looks fancy. It it's one of those types of lamps that almost gives you a false sense of security. It's like I have money, even though I don't. It just looks like I have money. Now, when you have family members or certain people in your lives who you kind of want to, make it seem like you're better off than you really are for whatever reason, it was a great purchase. And I like it. It's set up right beside us now. It's not back in the corner by the couch. It's right beside the computer desk. Don't tell Shay. I won't tell anybody. It's a secret. Oh, the U.S. has a parasitic outbreak in lettuce right now. I sent you the picture in private, Konako, so you can see the lamp I'm talking about. You can laugh at my fancy lamp. It looks really cool though. Like I was excited because we were walking around. We're like, we don't really see what we were looking for, and then I saw this one. I'm like, it's a little pricier than what I was hoping to spend, but it's worth it. Isn't it? It just looks. It gives you the feel of I'm doing a lot better off than I think I am. And I know it may sound petty to some people to be like, oh, you just did that to make yourself feel like you have money. Well, let's be honest. We all want to feel like we have money because money is so hard to come by nowadays, and life is hard. And if you can get something that's, a little bit nicer, that could last a little bit longer and make you feel better about yourself, we all deserve to have those little victories in life. Especially where life so many times throws curveballs and tries to knock us down. You gotta find some way of being like, you know what? No, I'm gonna enjoy this, and I don't care if it makes me seem silly or not. That kind of has the Art Deco style. I've kind of improved the look of our living room over the past year or two because of last year for tax season had gotten a new computer. This year it was let's get a new computer desk. That was kind of a Father's Day gift to myself, was a new computer desk, and then got the lamp. Had a brain fart there. That ever happened to you guys? Your brain just goes somewhere other than where it should, and you kind of stumble over your words. That happens to me all the time. And to all my VTuber friends out there that yell at me, I am drinking water. I have the habit of not drinking water much when I'm home. Usually when I'm home, I'm drinking coffees, or I may have the occasional energy drink when I'm home, but I do have it's Fruit 2.0. I'm finishing off raspberry flavor. So it still counts as water. So, Hydrate, you bastard. Hydrate. That's one of the sound bites on Konako's when you stream tip. I haven't become an affiliate with Twitch or anything yet, so I don't have all that fun stuff that everybody else does. At some point, it may happen. But I also am not home enough to focus like a lot of these other streamers are. That's why, having done podcasting and internet radio and things like that for so long, I have a better understanding than the general public of what it's like to stream and be able to put on content and try to be entertaining. And it's not easy. That's why I always try to give shout outs and, lift up the content creators out there, because like people like Konako and Wisp and Akio and everybody that's streaming right now. In fact, Akio is streaming now, and it looks like she is streaming with Mir. Let's see, what are they? I'm not sure what they're playing. Cannonball Survival. So of course, shout outs to them. They are both streaming on their individual channels, but they are collabing. So it is again, if you're around and you want to support them, feel free. And like Konako says in the chat there, how many times I've heard that's not a real job, but she does. She streams 10 to 12 hours a day. And a lot of times her work schedule has her stream up and streaming all night. I'm not to throw anybody under the bus, but there have been times that I have left to go to work at 10:30 at night and her stream is on. And I've gotten off work at 10:30 in the morning and she is still live. That takes a lot of dedication. I sit here and I do a 2-hour podcast. And when I game, sometimes I'll game 2, maybe 3 hours. I don't even know how long we've been going right now. We're closing in on 2 hours. But some of these streamers like that stream 10, 12, 20 plus hours. Hats off to you guys. I know it sounds like I'm calling you out, Konako, but it really that takes dedication that not a lot of people have. Let's be honest. We live in a day and age where so many people rely on instant gratification. And it's so easy to lose track and lose sight of, everything. So that's why it's like, I maybe felt like I was calling you out, but oh, and she says I also have that Kofi draw that all the extra revenue is going towards donating to the Ehlers Danlos Fund of Canada. And I hear a lot of people who kind of poke fun at streamers, like Konako is saying, you hear all the time, well, that's not a real job. But there's a YouTuber that I've followed, and I've mentioned them before, Jerome ASF. He's got like 3 channels, Jerome ASF, Jerome Ace, Jerome Live. He does a lot of Minecraft content on his ASF channel, including a new series of Camp a new season of Camp Minecraft. But when he live streams, he has got such a huge following that he can bring in hundreds, if not over $1,000 a stream. He brings in enough revenue where he is able to have to pay employees that help him out. He has friends that he streams with that I am sure are probably on his payroll because they will sit there and stream with him every day. And it's not just every day; it's multiple hours a day because they don't just do live streaming; they record other games like Town of Salem or RV There Yet. He was playing that for a while. GTA, they're doing different game modes. And I'm getting messages. When you hear random things because you have other streams over, you have random streams open, and you hear "run like a bitch," I'm not sure what's going on, and that's coming from Aki's stream. So if you want to know why they're saying "run like a bitch," Konako says that's my goal, to be able to support myself and my mods who are all disabled and can't work typical jobs, but also to make enough extra money to give back to communities and donate to funds that need it. I think that's I know it's not everybody's goal, but it is nice to be able to give back. And I try to donate when I can. I've donated to help different charities and things. Usually, we help. Like my wife and I are in agreement that a lot of charities that we donate to involve animals. Roy D. Mercer prank calls. They will make you feel better. This is just a suggestion. You don't have to force yourselves if you don't want to. If a VTuber that is going through any struggles at those times, look up either on YouTube or Spotify. Listen to Roy D. Mercer prank calls. Anytime that you can find comedy that can make you feel better, that is obviously a very good thing. All right, we're going to eat some bread. Eat the bread? Yes. That'll give us a little bit more. Advancement. Oh, apparently I did something. He gained 100 gold. Now we got to go running around and like the other night, I had stayed up a little too late, but I was watching comedians on YouTube. Watched Jeff Dunham and his like 4th of July special, or his whatever blurb they had up on YouTube about the America 250th. I know there's some areas I'm not covering to get the berries, but well, be right back. So Sweet sounds like she's just ending her stream. But I do know that Wisp is still streaming, Mir, Akio, so friends of ours. All three of them have appeared on the show in the past. At some point, we may get Konako to join us. Would love to have her just come on and bullshit with us. Obviously, of course, no pressure or anything like that. We all have the bucket list of people that we enjoy talking with, and just being lucky enough chatting with her and her friends in their Discord chat. If you have Discord, be sure to go check out, and join the communities. You can join our community. Konako has a Discord channel. Akio obviously has one. Wisp has one. Some are more active than others. There's a couple of VTubers that I've started following that wife just messaged me, throwing off my train of thought. Our oldest daughter has Tomodachi Life, and in her game, she created, my wife and I, and apparently, my wife proposed on her game. My wife proposed to me by giving me a book on how to poop. Like I said, you can really do anything. And anybody who knows me knows that I have the sense of humor of a 5-year-old. So, like, toilet humor to me is hysterical. And so the fact that she did that and made that for her game is, great. I am not upset. I have a story about something like that, but I don't want to say it live because it involves, my wife's family, and there's no sense in embarrassing those who cannot defend themselves on the air. But all I will say is that, on my wife's game, she added certain family members, and some real life events have transpired into what catchphrases they say. Some of which are harmless, some of which are devious. Because let's be honest, we all have, that little devious streak. Ironically, in my Tomodachi game, I did not marry my wife. I married Freerin. Konako, you'll get a kick out of this. Cypro is pursuing my wife hard on my Tomodachi game. Unfortunately, like I said, I don't think I've turned my Switch on to play a game in well over a month because just work has been insane. I got a random message from somebody that I don't think I've ever talked to. I'm trying to get my mom hooked on Apothecary Diaries. I told my mom and older sister about it. I'm like, I know you guys would enjoy it. Although I am really, really evil, and one of my coworkers, before I went off on my last trip, I was telling him about Chainsmoker Cat and the train wreck it is. So he sat there and he watched it. I told him, I said, "You're gonna look at me. You're gonna watch the first episode and look at me, and basically one of two things is gonna happen. You're gonna watch it and you're gonna ask yourself, what the fuck did I just watch? Hate it and never turn it on again. Or you're gonna watch it and say, what the fuck did I just watch? And continue because you can't get enough of it." The funny part was when I got back from my last trip, he was in the office this morning. And I looked at him and I was like, "Oh, so how?" I was like, "Did you just watch one episode?" He goes, "No, I watched all three that were out." I said, "I told you." He goes, "What is this show?" I said, "I don't know. I feel like the whole premise of this show is to just be as raunchy and like disgusting as it can possibly be to see how many lines they can cross." And in a day and age where we all bitch and complain about too many cookie cutter shows out there, there's so many isekais, you have so many villainous shows, you have so many hero shows. This is definitely something different, and I'm going to keep watching it because it's not even so much the disbelief, disturbed that you keep watching because you can't believe what you're seeing. The worst part is, like, the characters are kind of adorable. Even though they're disgusting. Like, the main character is absolutely despicable. But she's kind of cute. And it's like, I kind of want to watch just to see what happens next. Because I'm stupid. Or a glutton for punishment. Or both. So now we'll sell all that stuff. I'm not making a ton of money, but the thing is, he is not an anime fan. So the fact that I actually got him to watch an anime is a miracle. And apparently he did it while he was at work. He watched it while he was working on his breaks. Weather report. Beautiful sun. Can I just get a day of rain so I don't have to water every goddamn thing? Let's be honest. Up and coming column of Stardew Valley Tribune. Congratulations. We're impressed with your quick progress. I'm impressed Dines is sleeping up there. Apparently I need more scarecrows because these little bastards are everywhere. Godzilla Girl is best animated this season. Waifu material. I'm trying to think. I mean, I am very happy that Mishoku Tensei had the first couple episodes focus on Aries because she was my favorite girl of the series. But they did 2 episodes focusing on what she's been doing, and then it's just felt like filler since. It just kind of gone to like everyday life, almost kind of melancholy feel to it. So I'm hoping that it's leading up to something bigger. Especially knowing how much of a scumbag Rudius is. Like I want to fast forward to the part when Aries comes back and finds out that he's married to not just Sylvie, but Roxy as well. But it took some convincing for me to actually watch that. I had multiple people tell me I needed to watch Mishoku Tensei. But I have no regrets that I did, because it has been good. And Konako wasn't lying when she said, "You done fucked up with many strawberries." Because to water everything, I literally go through an entire health bar. And I have to fill the bucket 4 times. That's why I said I need to. I'm not even gonna bother going around and getting all the berries. I'll get whatever berries I pass by, but I'm not gonna just. I'm gonna go and fish and get more money that way. Why did that go that far down? I can't even pick that up. Oh, you're turds. You can't even get that shit. Come on. Oh well. Oh well. Enough of that nonsense. Let's go and fish. I will probably stream for about another 15 minutes or so. So we'll get through the rest of this day. That is exactly what I'm going to go do. Hello, Gem Gamers. It is wonderful to see you in here. I hope you're having a wonderful Thursday night or Friday morning, wherever you're located. It is Thursday night for me here. Oh my God, there is so much stuff out here. Thank you so much for the sub. We are a Anime-Zing Radio live, typically a live 2-hour podcast that broadcasts on Sunday nights from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern. Apparently, sometimes we stream throughout the week with random games. I have a very wacky schedule, so my streaming is very sporadic. I wish I could have a more set schedule, but maybe in a few years when I get more settled in with my job, I'll be able to have a regular schedule. Thank you so much for the sub and like. I hope you enjoy the content. Feel free to go back to our history. I've been doing this podcast for almost 12 and a half years now. We debuted April 6th, 2014. Our first guest ever was voice actress Tia Ballard. Very talented voice actress. Some of her more notable roles include Happy the Cat from Fairy Tail, Mizure Shiroyuki in Rosario Vampire, as well as so many others. 02, I think, was probably one of her best roles. But over our 12-year history, we've interviewed multiple voice actors, cosplayers, gamers, musicians, conventions. Into this game, this was a game that I started strictly for the stream. We are 17 days in, spring year 1. So still early on. I do have a few other games that are a lot farther one that I had started doing on stream, but then I played so much and progressed so far off a stream, I felt bad. So I was like, I just want to do a game where when I'm able to stream Stardew, I just play this one and everybody can see and come along for the ride of how far we go. I made the mistake of during the Easter egg festival spending like way too much on strawberry seeds, but the payoff is going to be um, payoff's going to be great because it was well over I think it was well over 100 strawberry plants. Um, some of them I do have. I think a couple of them I have a family in them. I have not focused too heavily in the last few games that I've played about pursuing anybody yet. I do have a few that I kind of go after on a typical basis, but figure just let things play out and see what happens. I got a mod in one of my saves and got 100 kids and 4 wives. You're living the life of an anime protagonist there, sir. Or ma'am. Not gonna lie, that is great. Ross is saying, liking watching the Blind Girl anime. Title is Love Unseen Beneath the Clear Night Sky. He also likes Ogre's Bride anime and Sparks of Tomorrow on Netflix. I do not have any mods. I'm not well versed in playing modded games. I will be 100% honest. Konako, you have a wonderful night. Thank you for stopping by. Have fun with the puzzles. If you do go live, shoot me a message and I will try to tune in. Those of you interested in checking out Konako, she is a Twitch streamer, VTuber extraordinaire. You can check out her channel. She does a lot of different gaming, sometimes karaoke nights, usually streams 8-10 hours when she does stream. So be sure to support her and show her the love and support like you've done to us. We really appreciate everybody who comes around the communities. That sounds like it would be a ton of fun, in all honesty, Jim. My problem is I have no idea when I'm going to be home because of my work schedule. I work for a railroad, and my schedule changes from week to week and sometimes day to day. So trying to plan anything too far out is almost a nightmare. And I know it sounds like a cop-out answer, but I'm on a road train that I could be in a hotel as a minimum of 10 hours. My record is 38 hours. So that's when it's tough. Not going to do that right now just because I'm just getting through the end of this day and we're going to be ending stream after this day. It's almost 10 p.m. here, and I am running off of about 4 hours of sleep since 6:30 yesterday. I got home this morning around 8ish, and then after running errands and things like that, I lay down around 11, woke up about 3:30. So not gonna go much longer, except for just gonna try to get through the rest of this day, but I will definitely keep you in mind. we shall see. Like I said, I'm just my the original plan is just to go through this day and I don't know if I have much more. Yeah, we could. I am trying to figure out when to do a co-op game and having multiple people on. So I will keep you in mind. For those of you who are interested in joining us, find me on our Discord channel. We try to be active on there, and I usually will try to announce when I'm going to be streaming. And we can try to figure out through there about co-ops and things of that nature. But yeah, I can. That link should get you right to the Discord channel. I did drop the link in the chats. What we got here? That we'll bring with us. Throw that up there. We will head back and get the. But we did drop the link for the Discord in the chat, so feel free to join us in the Discord. I hope everybody out there has a wonderful night. I am going to call it because I am running out of energy, not just in game, but in real life. The tiredness is starting to creep in. Adulting sucks. But on that note, I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day. Like I said, I am going to try to be around Sunday for a show and try to plan something fun for that. So until then, I hope everybody has a wonderful night. Ooh, we hit level 9 fishing. That's awesome. So until next time, have a wonderful rest of the week. Stay safe out there. Enjoy the nice weather that has been coming through. And I will see you all again next time here for more Anime-Zing Radio on YouTube, Twitch. Have a great night, all.